Hello there. Now, as you can see, my YouTube channel is behind me. Ignore that for a moment. Today, we're going to be covering the new LEGO Star Wars, not so much as leaks as first in-person reviews. JB Spielman has been lucky enough to get his hands on quite a few of the newer sets coming out soon, July the 1st. Now, there's a few little questions we have unanswered, no major ones, but little ones like Boba's head and Vader's head, and mostly the heads to be fair, and some of the printing on the minifigures. So let's take a look at his in-person reviews. Starting off with the first one, the Yoda Starfighter. I know many people aren't excited for this. As you can see just on screen up here, there is back printing on this R2-D2. Now this more than anything is going to make this a desirable set, as for about 30 quid this R2 comes with back printing. We've only seen it on the trash compactor diorama and now the Yavin set, which is coming up in this video. But getting it for a 30 quid set, it means that this is probably going to be the R2 going forward, so you can expect to see this in all sets. Meaning, if you wanted the R2 from the trash compactor or were planning on recreating it yourself in the future, as I am, you don't need to be picking up any of these sets, including this R2 from the Yoda Starfighter, as the likelihood is you'll be picking up him in a set with back printing very, very soon. The biggest question that was on my mind was the head coming with the new Boba in his Boba Fett mech, as it's complete new printing. He's got printed arms, printed legs, you can just see here, printed torso, and a new head. Now, this is a completely new head. I'm unsure as to why a few bits like the scars on his head that were present after he got hit by the Sarlacc, which makes sense, but not quite beforehand. So they've taken the liberty with this and perhaps given him scars anyway, and a nice bit of stubble, just like the clones, because he is a bounty hunter and he's not necessarily going to be as well kept. Perhaps he wanted a bit of stubble anyway. But this is a great head, and it's one that is completely new, as I've said. Usually he's given just an angry clone face, as they used to have, just the regular clone face, whatever it was. And I myself have given Boba the clone faces. My Bobas currently do not have unmarked or angry clone faces underneath. They have the newer clone face because he is one of the clones, and though he ages slower, he would probably be about clone age at this point. So it's just what I've done. But now we've got an actual Boba Fett face. It just gives him something else to distinguish him from the other clones. And it's really cool alongside his arm printing and all his updated printing. It just is a must buy for anyone that can afford it. Now going on to the other mech, the Darth Vader mech. While I was hoping for an Anakin face underneath it, it doesn't quite make sense because they're all original trilogy mechs. However, if you weren't lucky enough to pick up the Death Star Throne Room Final Duel diorama or the Darth Vader that came in the TIE Bomber set at the start of this year, this will be a new head for you, as I didn't realise it's a new head on both their minifigures, different from what we've got before, whilst the rest of the printing on the torso and legs is the same from all the way back to the original Throne Room set even. This would be a great way to pick up the head, as I myself am recreating the Throne Room diorama as well as the trash compactor, and with the Emperor coming in the advent calendar and Vader's head now accessible in this cheaper set, I'm just waiting for them to throw Luke in with something, because they don't seem to like exclusive minifigures. With the exception of perhaps Cad Bane, we're now getting Omega, Luke and Leia from Endor, the Emperor from this, and now the Vader head from the Throne Room diorama. So I'm expecting Luke to be in some other set, even with his hairpiece. But there is an exclusive torso, so perhaps that'll be the only piece they keep exclusive this year. Whilst R2 himself is getting back printing from here forward, the likelihood is we'll have to wait a bit longer for the other R2 units and other droids, as the silver Astromech coming in the Yavin set. Even though it's pretty expensive, you do get loads of minifigures, but the silver Astromech is not going to have any back printing, which could be a bit disappointing. As R2 does, they could have just slapped the same print on him. However, nada. C-3PO though will be getting arm printing, but not the leg printing we see in the UCS Landspeeder. At least they're giving something exclusive. Now for the last one, we may have guessed, but the 332nd Clone Trooper Battle Pack, as you can see on screen, does have the Clone Trooper face we are used to. Whilst it might have been fun to get different Clone Trooper expressions, the same face doesn't hurt, and as they do all look identical, it makes sense for them just to use the same head. It's probably also cheaper for them, which means hopefully we can get more clones in the future. We have already got 2 battle packs for this year. This is the second after the 5 at first one that came with the officer and the special units. Hopefully we'll get another one next year. Perhaps even a shiny Phase 2 battle pack, which I know loads of people are asking for. That would be awesome. JB Spillwarren is the channel I've got all these first-hand reviews on. He seems to have got them really early compared to most people, but he's posted all the reviews I've covered, and hopefully there's a few more, as I did see a Stormtrooper mech in the background of his Boba and Vader videos, and can't wait to see the head they've put under the helmet. If you do like watching these in-person reviews yourself, please do go check him out, as it supports him, and also he shows off the new lightsabers, which I haven't talked about in this video. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this quick catch up of the new LEGO leaks and updates from his in-person reviews, so be sure to go over and like the videos at least, even if you don't watch them. I've basically told you the key parts. May the Force be with you, always.